All right. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. This is DSP News. This is the Snort Report, and this is all brought to you by SNORTBUCKS Coffee Company, the best beverage company. Ladies and gentlemen, we're at the end of January. We have this will be the last broadcast, I should say, that will cover January, and then we'll move on to February. It's like I said, in the last broadcast, this should be something to be happy about, I think, and I think I'm sure a lot of people do because you guys want me to get on to the current stuff. At the same time, I feel, I don't know, it just went by so fast, I suppose, which is a thing, I suppose. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I guess we'll do a quick chewing the fat with GTG, also known as Welcome to My TED Talk, and then we will get on with the broadcast. Ladies and gentlemen, there will only be 3 videos that will make up this broadcast. With that being said, given the fact that I am behind, it has allowed me to kind of form how I'm thinking I want the show to go, or the broadcast, or whatever the case may be moving forward. Yet again, your feedback is always welcome and it's always appreciated. So, but as we play in catch up, it's essentially going to be the 5 video format until we're actually caught up. Then after that, do you guys want a daily video, if you will, covering, the daily nonsense going about, or would you rather have it be one broadcast that covers 3 videos, or even 4, or even 5 if need be? So it'd be like a video a week, I guess, give or take, to kind of just bring it all together. When I initially presented this idea to the rest of the members here at GTG Network and Productions, I don't think I actually even appreciated how much having 5 videos consecutively going over Phil's nonsense essentially day by day helps flush out the entire picture. And so that right there itself will be a staple. But once we're all caught up, if you guys want something a little bit shorter, maybe only 2 episodes, maybe only 3 episodes, or a daily one, something along those lines, maybe that's something we can try to juggle. Whatever it is, I'm looking for it to fill the premise that I have for the year, which is consistency as best as possible. So that's something that you guys can think about. People had been wanting the implementation of timestamps. That's something that just kind of needs to be done, and that is what that is. I'd like to see if I can speak to someone, have them, when they do the timestamps, have them kind of have a little bit more emphasis on it. We'll see how that plays out. And essentially what you guys are seeing is the groundwork of what I hope the show can eventually evolve to later on down the line. But like I said, if you have any suggestions or anything about anything, more than welcome to, and whatnot. It's very much appreciated yet again as it pertains to the process and so on and so forth. Because the goal is always to move forward and to get better. I guess that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of my TED Talk. As you guys know, I am really going to try to get a chance to record a channel update / company or company meeting, if you will, and whatnot, because you guys invest your time, which means makes you investors. So that's a thing, not only for this channel but for the second channel. That'll be a thing. Also, once we're caught up here, then the second channel, we will jump back onto that. We're going over Phil Street Fighter stuff. There's a bunch of stuff in 2020 or last year that I didn't get to cover. I'll probably end up doing something similar to this over there, catching up with that, giving you guys some things, going over some things that you guys may have missed in some of your casual watching, stuff like that. And then obviously some larger projects. Let's see. I think when I left off, we had just gone over top 10 worst moments 2016. So obviously you got 2017, 2018, 2019. And as for 2020, at the time that I'm recording this, it's not out yet. But interestingly enough, you have Agent Proper doing one. Obviously, you have Secret Life doing one, and then Ludwig World Order also put their name in the hat as well for that. So we're gonna get 3 of them for 2020. That's gonna be wild. So we'll see how we'll end up playing that out. if nothing else, as you know, I'm going to go over all 3 of them, obviously, because why wouldn't I? But when and how I'll do that, I haven't decided yet. I might even do a poll to see who wants to see which one goes first when all 3 of them are actually made available. So we'll see. So that's something you guys can look forward to. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming to my TED Talk. And let's just go ahead and get into these last 3 episodes to close January off. Thank you very much to all of you. Thank you very much to Snort Burnell and whatnot. Big ups to all my fellow detractors and so on and so forth and whatnot. Hopefully you guys are all doing well. This is probably a much shorter broadcast, but hopefully it has the utility that they are usually meant to have to help you start your day, end your day, or get through it. I'll see you guys in a second.
Play the game!
To warn everyone. Warning, what you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Alright, sounds good to me.
Last night, I'll be very, very honest with all of you, outside of a couple people who were cheering a lot, and a few people who did some tips, it was a very slow stream. In particular, the support was really slow. Alright, and you know, I hate when people turn it into a fucking meme, because it pisses me off. Here I am, I'm trying to play the game and have fun. And I'm trying to...
Yeah, but you don't sound very grateful, and that's kind of why people laugh at it and make it a meme. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with the first video of 3 that will make up our broadcast. All of them brought to us by Snort Burnell. DSP, you decide the future of Call of Duty this Sunday. Being that Sunday, being semantics, whatever. Fundraising fundraisers are only for important things. This is from January 29th of 2021. The link to the video will be down in the description. Because that's the thing. Here we go. I'm tired of people making a meme and whatnot when I have a slow day. Here, let me actually bring this part back. This crying little bitch.
Outside of a couple people who were cheering a lot, and a few people who did some tips, it was a very slow stream. In particular, the support was really slow. Alright, and, you know, I hate when people turn it into a fucking meme, because it pisses me off. Here I am, I'm trying to play the game and have fun. And I'm trying to, you know, stick to my guns and not get frustrated at the bad connections and the like. And by the way, I started doing something new again. I started using the knife this time, which is interesting. I think the knife is broken as fuck, but I started using it to do more variety for everyone, because people wanted me to switch stuff up, so I did. And you get people who are going to sit there on the stream and just be like,
Oh my god, look, no one's contributing. Look, Phil's getting frustrated. Maybe Phil will do overtime, because he always goes overtime when he doesn't hit his tips goal, and blah blah blah.
And it pisses me off. It does. I just want to relax and have fun with the game, and I can't when people are constantly harping on horse shit like that, you know? I just can't.
But it's not horseshit, though, when you've made it the focus of the stream. Like, hey, guys, you know, I need you guys to contribute to, you know, I need you guys to contribute. I need you guys to give contributions and whatnot, because I am running a business. You guys remember the meme? This isn't only my hobby, but it's also my job. This is my place of business. And though I want all of us to come here and have a good time and enjoy the vibes and share the experience, this is also a business as well, and I have bills to pay. So it's because of how you have essentially instilled into them what is your priorities, wink wink nudge nudge oink oink, that they're going to play upon it a little bit. Okay, you want excuse me, you want, you know what I'm saying, you want to hit the tips goal? All right, well, we want you to go ahead and do a little more. We don't want to hear all this extra bitching and complaining that you have, or we want to extend it. So guess what? And either you're going to stay and do the overtime to get that extra money you need to pay your bills like people do in real life, or you don't. End the story. If you're okay with only making $30 to $50 on the stream, and you can walk away proud because of the product that you put out, then so be it. Then do so. But don't sit there and try to finagle people into giving you more money than what you deserve, especially if you're not willing to go the extra mile to get it.
It's derailed for me. And it pissed me off to the point where it was like, well, I get the feeling what's happened is two things. Number one, I've been playing this game consistently since launch. That's number one, and then I'll be honest, I think what people have caught on is that when I play this game, it causes me rage because of the connections. So you get these shithead restreamers who always restream it, and then they send in the assholes to come taunt me and talk about money and shit when I just want to concentrate on the fucking game, and it pisses me off, alright? So, that being said, okay, being that this stream last night was basically a mess, I was frustrated, you know, contributions were incredibly low, and everyone was just being a fucking troll, alright? I'm of the mindset that if that's the attitude that's gonna happen when I play the game, that maybe I should cut back on playing it.
No! 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 No!
Alright? Now, I'm not saying I don't want to play it. I like the game. But why should I play it 2-3 times a week if every time I play it, it's just gonna be, it's a troll mindset to come in here and be a dickhead to me. And, you know, contributions were very slow.
So wait, so you would have been okay with, all the rage and the restreamers making light or making fun of you raging at your inability to do things properly and the poor gameplay and so on and so forth, as long as you were profiting. But now that that's not happening, oh, well, I'm ready to drop the game altogether, despite the fact that you admitted that you had people who were cheering or subbing, but because you weren't getting the bits, or getting the tips, I'm sorry, since you weren't getting your tips, you're willing to go ahead and basically drop all of that. So the people who, so let's reword that. The people who chose to contribute to you in the way that they did, meaning subs, gifted subs, resubbing, or giving bits, you guys are all fuckwads and off to piggy hell with you guys. Take the angry snorter on the way out. For all of you guys who won't give me tips, even though I want tips, even though I need tips, and you guys are probably also double agents, right? And whatnot, playing both sides of the snort, if you will, because you're also chilling over there with the restreamers, well then fuck you, I'm just going to quit the game altogether. Because you guys didn't tip me as much as I should, and essentially I'm raging out for you guys, plus I'm letting the restreamers make fun of me, and you guys still didn't contribute the way I needed you to. If this isn't weaponized autism, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. So you're purposely going out of your way to rage, basically, and to allow the restreamers to make fun of you and whatnot, but you guys aren't coming through with the money, so fuck all of y'all. And then yet again, the people who contribute in other ways, you guys don't even count. You guys aren't even on the board. Wow. Because let me finish. The reason why they don't count is because I demanded tips, not bits, not subs. I demanded tips, and you guys didn't tip me. You guys decided to contribute in other ways, which, don't get me wrong, in a month or so, it'll be extremely useful, and he's extremely appreciative, right? Right? But since you didn't tip me like I wanted, and I can't have my comfortable day off or feed my addiction or addictions, you guys fucked up, so out with you. Wow, that's hurtful. Understandable, though, but hurtful.
Things I could be playing. Let's be honest here.
Contributions are mandatory and always will be mandatory.
That's really on Sunday. This is going to determine what happens with the future of Call of Duty. People have asked me to play Call of Duty as a mainstream for a couple of weeks now. Again, similar to Immortals Phoenix Rising, they've been saying play it on the early stream because you maybe get different connections, maybe you'll play different people, and maybe you'll get a different audience. So I'm going to do that on Sunday. We're going to see how it goes. If people show up, if people support, and if people
No. That's not how that works. The reason why that's not how that works is because if people have been asking you for weeks to, hey, consider doing one of the Call of Duty streams on the earlier stream, and you still decided to disregard them and whatever, don't sit there and try to hinge the future of Call of Duty on one Sunday stream now. Don't do that, asshole. Especially when you were doing 2 streams a week. There was no problem, or there shouldn't have been a problem, with having one of those streams be Call of Duty during the day. You chose not to do it that way. and now you've gotten yourself in a fuckwad type situation, and now you can't get out. So now you're basically herding everybody into this Sunday situation. If they don't support, then the whole thing goes out the window. That's your fault, Mr. Businessman. That's your fault. That, I mean, under reasonable circumstances, that should have been the only reason why he was doing 2 Call of Duty streams a week, is you have one during the day for that audience, and then you can have one in the evening. And so if they couldn't catch one on one particular day, they have at least another bite at the apple, or another slice of the proverbial bacon, if you will, or ham, or whatever, and then they can catch that stream. So you're giving them more options. He didn't think about doing that. He just wanted to be a fucking lazy turd and do things the way he wanted. Wow, he deserved what he got, as far as I'm concerned.
You know, if people basically are supportive of the stream, then I'll continue to play as much as I have. But if the stream ends up being a dud on Sunday and it's just fucking people coming in here and trolling and shit, then I'm probably just going to reduce it and only play it once a week. Alright?
Anything for this, right? In particular, tipping helps more than other stuff because tipping is something that I get in the short term, and that's funds that I could put towards something important like paying taxes, hint hint, which is basically what I'm fucking doing right now. I just had to literally empty my bank account to pay taxes. So, give me your money.
Will you do a fundraiser stream towards equipment? I think it might be a good idea.
Wait,
okay.
What?
So first,
you said I just emptied my bank account to pay taxes, but doesn't that imply that you were saving up for taxes, or did you just take the next lump sum that came in and you just threw it all to taxes? And now you're saying what? Are you broke again? And let's say the former is actually the actual situation. Why the fuck aren't you not saving up for your taxes periodically? Because he says he pays taxes, what, 3-4 times a year? In small increments? Then why the fuck aren't you saving it periodically? Which is what makes the whole tax situation a bullshit story in the first place, because before we found out that he had issues with his state and business occupation tax, he was able to make his taxes each and every year. Then all of a sudden, state and business occupation tax comes in, plus the 3 years on top of that in back tax he owes. So he decided to drop his initial federal tax to try to pay the back state tax, despite the fact that he made and has continuously made more money moving forward, enough to cover both?
Well, let's give some background to why he's asking this. I've said that this year coming up, if things go well, which we don't know what's going to happen yet in regards to my streams and everything, but if things go well, this may be the first year in many, many years that I'm out of massive financial distress and I can actually reinvest into equipment for the business. Instead of just games and cost of maintaining the business like internet, I can actually maybe get some new equipment for the business. Namely, a new laptop, a new webcam, a new chair, and possibly a whole new gaming PC / streaming PC.
You know, hint, hint.
Now, wait a second.
You know what I mean?
Even with that right there is a fool's errand, too. You know what I'm saying? That right there in itself, that's empty snorts, if you will. Because, that's what I'm going to call it empty snorts. Empty snorts. The reason why that is because he just had $130,000, $140,000 worth of credit cards and or loans discharged, gone, wiped off the books. But now there's taxes, which the taxes it existed before the fucking bankruptcy in the first place. And on top of that, we have the situation with the condo in Connecticut. Theoretically, he's never going to be able to get over his financial hurdles, because the situation with MidFirst, it looks like MidFirst is going to be smart and buy their time. To be honest, especially if it's what he's saying is true, is he still paying the property tax over there? He's definitely paying the HMO, the homeowners association. So if he's still doing that, why would MidFirst not go to the courts, if they even decide to go that far, and be like, hey, he's showing that he can still make his monthly payments. And on top of that, he was already granted Chapter 7, and now all that credit card debt and everything's been wiped off the books. What reason does he have not to be able to pay us back? And if that's the case, then he'll be then Mid-First will be able to eventually get all their money periodically. They'll just bleed him slow like he bleeds his audience. So he'll literally always be in some type of financial issue. Period. And matter of fact, that's one of the reasons why people speculate that he's been so hostile as of late. It's because Mid-First is going to, allegedly, Mid-First is probably going to end up winning, and Phil's going to end up owing them their money. And he's going to be owing that to them for however long. The rest of his fucking life, for all we know. Because for whatever reason, he thought that shit was going to get discharged with his Chapter 7. And something tells me, and I think I said this during the bankruptcy saga, that he was thinking that he could get his taxes, his back state tax, or his back federal tax. Because allegedly, he said that he was caught up with his state taxes back in like mid 2018, 2019. I think he said it in a weekend preview. He said something about he was all caught up with the state taxes, allegedly. But anyway, I think he thought he was going to get his federal tax wiped off the board with that bankruptcy too. And that didn't happen. Why he would think that, don't know. But I think that's what he was thinking. And that's why he didn't mind botching. That's why he didn't mind botching the first couple of That's why he didn't mind botching his first couple of payment plans, because he knew that not that he knew, but he thought he was going to be able to get that stuff wiped clean. And then when it didn't happen, he's like, "Oh shit, what do I do now?" So that's what the situation is here. Like I said, those upgrades and everything are not going to happen unless someone comes up out of pocket and buys it and just sends it to him. More than likely. Or we have a situation like which is what happened with allegedly with the PS4 Pro and the television. Either someone purchased it for him and sent it to him, or he agreed to take this money and expressly use it for that item. But you can't even trust Phil with that. So who could say? But I don't think any of that's going to happen, because there's always going to be a financial deficit for him. There's always going to be another fucking Mount Everest of fucking debt that he's going to have to climb up and overcome. And to be honest with you, that's the only thing that makes what he does profitable, as long as there's always an insurmountable fucking barrier in front of him to try to overcome. If he was completely and totally out of debt and literally lived by his means and lived day to day, he wouldn't make nearly as much as he makes now. And keep in mind, it's unsustainable. That's why it keeps dropping each and every year. Oh, well, we'll see.
I mean, like, everything could be upgraded, alright? I still think some things, like, for example, this microphone and this is fine. The soundproofing in my office is fine. That kind of stuff is good. But there's definitely a lot of stuff that could be improved around here, because this is all old, outdated shit, okay? So all that being said, I've been talking about it, but I've been telling you guys right now there's no way I could do it. This month in particular is a very expensive month for me. I just emptied my bank account paying my taxes.
Oh my god!
So, we'll see. But in regards to actually holding special events, like a fundraising stream, where I'm trying to actually do like a tips goal, so I can go get equipment, I'll be honest with you, Rob, it's a good idea. Honestly, I think it's a good idea, but I've held off from doing it for a particular reason. I'll say there's two reasons, alright? First of all, I do feel that in previous years, not so much in 2020, because 2020 was a different kind of year with the vest streak and everything, we all know that. But in previous years, I've done a lot of fundraising streams to try to help out in situations like the tax situation and stuff like that. And it got to the point where people just felt like there was always another problem, another emergency that I need to do another special emergency stream for. And people got very jaded. They just got tired of it. Why is Phil always doing every other month Phil's doing a special emergency stream, fundraising stream, and they got angry. And I agree with you guys.
They said, Phil, we contribute to you, but it always seems like it's a black hole, because it always seems like no matter how much we contribute, you're always still having problems. You're always still in debt, and nothing's getting better. I agree with you.
As you should, moron, but that's not actually the reason why he stopped. The reason why the monthly fundraiser stopped is because he didn't want to get in trouble with Twitch when he sat there and pushed his fucking pig luck a little too far. On top of that, if he can regiment you idiots to giving him a large amount of money daily, when he does the fundraiser, he can bleed you guys even more, and he can set the amount a lot higher. Because at the end of the day, Phil's not going to want El Cheapo stuff this time around. He's going to want brand new shit right out of the box at its highest quality for whatever he can pay for it. So the first step is to get you guys regimented to giving him a large amount of money daily. Then we go for the fundraiser goal. Sorry. Then we go for the fundraising goal, and we bleed you guys for the gusto if possible. But yet again, it's easier to keep you idiots on the fucking end of his shoestring and whatnot, and yet again continue to try to build you guys up to see how much he can bleed from you guys daily before we even go to that step of the fundraiser. It's much easier that way, to be honest. You kind of saw situations to the equivalent of that right before he got married, when we were allegedly trying to raise all this money for taxes. You saw it right before he got married in 2019, and you saw it trying to raise the money to get Kat from Michigan to Seattle at the end of 2017 leading into 2018. This shit isn't any different. He may the circumstances may change, but it's still the same bullshit year after year after year. And the vestry, to be honest with you, is going to come back and fucking haunt him, because when he does his 2020 taxes, they're going to hit him. He's probably going to get hit hard because he raised more money. But that doesn't matter because he's not paying his taxes anyway. So that really essentially is incidental. And then it don't even matter, because how is it that you were able to raise somewhere between $25,000 and $30,000 over the span of 5 months off that vest streak, and you're still crying broke, when a lot of his financial obligations he could have had taken care of, and he had more than some of them. And more importantly, if he wanted new equipment, that was the time to do it. But see, you can't buy brand new equipment off $27,000 to $30,000, if you will, when you're spending it as quickly as it's coming in. Not no one, but no one over there in the pig roach cult don't think about it like that. And that's why they suckers.
It was always some new bullshit going on that was fucking me over, that I needed to put out a fire. And it was incredibly frustrating. My life was incredibly frustrating during those times, okay? Last year, I didn't do any special fundraising emergency streams at all, because number one, thank God there were no huge emergencies, alright? And number two, because of the vest streak, going on so long,
What are you talking about? You were saying that you had to raise up this money so you could pay the bankruptcy attorney, as well as your tax attorney. And then, instead of you doing a special fundraiser or whatever the case, theoretically the vest streak was fundraising, if you think about it. But whatever. Yeah, theoretically it was. If you think about it, the vest streak was pretty much one big ass fundraiser. It was a continuous fundraiser, if you will. And then more importantly than that, if it wasn't for the vest streak, he would have been stuck because he was pissed the fuck off that they couldn't hit the stream goal every day. So he was begging, his begging had already ramped up even before the vest streak happened. And then it certainly stayed a certain way after the vest streak ended, because he was used to getting a certain amount of money and he wasn't getting it anymore. He was getting more and more pissed off. And then that's when all the fucking clown mode gimmicks and all that bullshit came into play. But he still pushed the agenda that you guys need to support me daily. So even though he didn't have, the vest streak was a fundraiser, whether you think about it or not. In the long term, it was a long-term fundraiser and whatnot, with a payoff at the end of each stream, but essentially it was raising funds. The only difference is we didn't know what the funds actually were going to, and we still don't, because he said that, all that money it had to go to attorney's fees, and there was other things behind the scene that I had to pay off, and that money really came through. So you were essentially fundraising then, and you continued your begging, if not ramped up the begging, throughout the rest of the year anyway. Just saying. Like, if you really think about it. Oh well.
Afraid and nervous that I'm going to do something like, okay, special fundraising stream so I can afford a new laptop and a chair. So let's do a stream to raise, I don't know, $1,000, and that will give me leeway to get a kind of laptop I need and a good chair or whatever, right? And we do it, and I raise it. Then something happens behind the scenes that fucks me over, and all of a sudden I need money right away. But I just did a fundraising stream,
So what?
And
that's part of, I guess that's part of your ebb and flow anyway, of being someone who's in perpetual debt and can't get his financial shit together. That's on you, to be honest. And more importantly, aren't you buying these things? Aren't you doing these stream set up like upgrades to better the business so you can bring in more money by putting out a much better product, a higher quality product. So it is what it is. That's just the cost of doing business. That's just the cost of doing business, right? That's just how that works. So what the fuck are you going to sit there and say, oh, well, then something magically comes up and now I need money right away? You should never be in a position to do so for making the amount of money you're making each and every year. And especially since you don't have credit card debt anymore. And that's the crazy part. You have an individual who just is financially inept. That's literally what you're hearing here. He's just financially inept. Or he's a fucking con man. And every once in a while, he needs to prod them with some type of fake outrage or some type of fake situation to basically keep them in line and keep him contributing, or keeping them contributing, I should say. That's what it seems. That's what it really seems like. Not sure which one, but I hear tard wrangling is pretty hard.
I'm honestly afraid that if I were to do that, all right, that something's gonna happen to screw me over. And now I've already asked you guys for help for one thing. I can't ask again. You know what I mean?
How many times can I yell help before people are like, enough is enough?
Like, the way I see it is, if I'm going to do a special event, a special stream like that, it's got to be for something that's very, very important and needs to happen right away. Thrawn, no, you're not going to pay me $10 million to act like Dr. Disrespect for a week. You don't have that kind of money. No, I'm not going to blow you out a kiss.
Do it. So if someone paid him enough money, he would certainly try. He would certainly do it. Wow, Phil, that's a interesting way of willing to sell your soul for some dumb shit. But all right, do what you got to do.
It's also fucking weird and disgusting. What is up with people today? What is going on? Can we be normal today? Anyone? Okay then. What are you guys doing? What are you guys talking about? No one's talking to me. What's going on? Let's see here. This right here, socks. Cheers. How much of a tip goal to get me into a lime green Speedo? Probably more than everyone combined watching the stream could afford, to be honest. You gotta understand that if I did that, alright, collectively people could sue me in a class action lawsuit for losing their eyesight while they were watching the stream. So it would have to be enough to cover everyone's medical bills, just to even consider it. There you go.
Wow, guess we just got fucked. We just got fucked. I'm not kidding, like, I just undid everything. We just got fucked. There was nothing I could do. I never had an opportunity to heal him. Wow. So we just played 47 minutes, and I just lost all that progress. I'm not kidding. We lost it all. Because the game doesn't let you save during that dungeon, and they all ganged on Kasuga and never gave me an opportunity to heal him. I had no chance to heal him.
Wow. What the fuck? That was bullshit. Like, that was real, like, legitimate bullshit. There was nothing I could do about that. So it sounds to me like every fight that we do against, like, a tough enemy group, I have to use that perseverance move with Kasuga. Because if he's the unlucky one they all gang up on because they all get multiple turns. And if, you know, we don't get a chance to heal, 47 minutes down the drain. Well, fuck all that. I'm just gonna turbo through it now. Fuck this. 47 fucking minutes. Unbelievable. No, see, there's a difference. And here's Covert Kelly. It's meant to be difficult. No. There's a difference between difficult and just cheap. There's nothing you can do about it. Difficult would be like, okay, the enemies are doing a lot of damage, so you have to micromanage your party to make sure you're constantly healing each other and everything. There wasn't even a chance to heal. It was, I hit Kasuga for 50% damage, the next guy came out, I hit Kasuga, kill him. Over. There was no chance to do anything about it. So there's a difference between, oh, that's kind of challenging versus, oh, just incredibly cheap insta-kill start from the beginning. And this is why when I was playing Persona, it does the same shit. Persona 3 does exactly the same shit, and it's completely broken. Yeah, oh, I'm just gonna insta-kill your party now. Oh, okay. What? Well, wait, why did I just play the game all that time if you were just gonna cheaply insta-kill my party and not even give me a chance? And that's the problem with some of these RPGs, and this game has not had stuff like that until right now. Now, again, this is the post-game Ultimate Challenge Dungeon, okay?
So you expect it to be fucking hard then, idiot? If it's the post-game Ultimate Final Dungeon... Jesus Christ. You can tell he hates this. He hates gaming. He hates gaming. I don't think he ever liked gaming. I think he It was something that other people did, so he felt that he needed to do it too. Just like supposedly how he used to build PCs in his fucking basement and shit, or whatever the fuck that nonsense story was, and so on and so forth. He only did it because other people did it, but he hates gaming. Despite all the money it's made him, he really doesn't prosper from it. Look at what he has to show. Nothing. What the fuck did you spend $140,000 on? Not on your home, because he doesn't have that in equity. So what do you spend it on? He doesn't have a car that he owns, so it's not that. So, yet again, tell me where the money went. So I want someone to tell me, where did $130,000, $140,000 go? Where? Outside of his gullet. He used all of that money to prop up the business. What did it go to? Excuse me. What did it go to? I want you guys to really think about that. He blew a year's worth, basically a year's salary, and he has nothing to show for it. Think about that. When you think about that, when you think about the bankruptcy, he blew a year's salary and has not a goddamn thing to show for it. His house isn't paid. His condo or townhouse isn't paid for, right? Big ups on that too. By the way, the townhouse / condo isn't paid for, right? Or whatever the case. His car isn't paid for. He doesn't own anything, really. He owns a bunch of trinkets, basically. So where'd the money go? He has nothing to show for it. So he either drank it away, he ate it away, he popped pills on it away, or he gambled it away.
Alright, fair enough, it's hard, but still, that's frustrating, and I'm gonna vent my criticism and say, yeah, that's bullshit. It shouldn't be that they can just all dogpile on fucking Kasuga, and you don't even have a chance to defend yourself, you know? Oh well, fuck off, you're dead. No, that ain't right.
Basically, here's a whiny baby.
Yes, I hit it this morning, that's correct. I said it was a long time running, I wasn't hitting it. So it would be nice, you know, I hit it earlier today, that's true. It would be nice if I could hit it again tonight. It would be very nice. It's like people think, oh, you hit the tip skull once, that means you're good for life, right? Yeah, of course. I worked once and it worked out well. You know, that one time it did really well, so, you know, I'm good for life now, guys. Thanks. What a fucking dumb thing people say.
Currently, we're only at $14 in tips, so...
Basically, what I wanted to see tonight was an experiment. If I were to do chill late-night RPG content, would people support it? Right now, sadly, the answer is not really. The answer is pretty slow, and doesn't seem like people really are interested in seeing more of this game, even though this is ultra challenging. I already died once, right?
Now here's the thing though too, now that this is brought up, because Norbert brought up a pretty interesting point. I don't know how WWE Champions works outside of what I've read on Detractor Twitter and KB Farms, and watching some Detractor videos who went over it. So I don't know what the cost is of pulls. I don't know any of that. I'm sure there's a subscription fee, whether monthly or yearly, and then to get certain like monthly packs or whatever, I think there's a cost for that. I don't think there's actually a cost to be part of guilds or anything like that, but you do probably want to buy, I don't know if you would call, there are microtransactions you would want to purchase going into certain types of raids to help you and your team better benefit and hopefully win those raids or whatever. And then you guys get bonuses as you move up in your rankings or whatever. So there's just from what I've described to you, what little I know, there's a lot that goes into that shit. There's a lot that apparently can bleed you. So my thing is, let's say if it is WWE Champions, like let's say, you know, let's live the meme up, because he certainly, the account is his, but how he spends it is questionable. What the fuck are you spending $200 a day on? Like, what in WWE Champions would require you to do that? Because for some of these legendary pulls and some of these other things that he strives for, and some of them that he has, people have done the calculations, people have crunched the numbers, it would have cost a little more than $200 a day. So then, if let's say he's not actually spending them each and every day, and he's actually saving up like a week, and then doing it on the weekend or whatever the case may be, he is by far, he's definitely a degenerate gambler. The question is how did he make it this far doing what he was doing? That's insane. That's an insane amount of money that you'd be willing to piss away for essentially nothing. Because as far as I'm concerned, as many are concerned, to be honest with you, you can't win. Like Nigel has essentially a no-touch policy on you amongst WWE champion guilds. Like, it's a risk for any of them to do so. And even, I mean, outside of the small guilds who just kind of don't give a shit and are just trying to move their way up in the ranks and don't be willing to tolerate them for a couple months before they finally need to boot them out. I mean, outside of that, that's it. And if you really think about it, if you think of all the guilds that he's been kicked out of from his original onwards, not any of the ones that he made, those don't mean anything, but all the ones that were established guilds, right? Essentially, they used him periodically until they got their ultimatum that, hey, you got to drop that dude or it's gonna be problems for y'all. And then he was essentially a fart in the wind. But they did get something out of him for the period of time that he was with them, because the whales are the prize. The whale spenders are one of the big prizes in WWE Champions. Ideally you would want a handful of them in your guild, because the more they spend, the more prestige and extra bonuses that the Scopy ends up giving to your guild, like in little bonuses and stuff like that, additional pulls and whatever. It can be really, really beneficial for the overall guild if by having one of these guys in there, even though he's not even worth the trouble. So essentially, he's the richest broke guy, or he's probably the richest broke guy that played WWE Champions, because all he's doing is migrating from team to team, guild to guild. You know, he spends a bunch of money. They talk him up. He talks himself up to them for a little while, and then once the ultimatum comes in, they kick him out and he goes somewhere else. And then the game itself will definitely protect him because he's a big spender. That's why he's able to keep changing his name over and over and over again, which is not even supposed to be allowed. Like, he's being used just so he can try to find a place for himself. Now, if that's not pathetic, what is? Because he says people shit on him just so they can feel a sense of belonging. This idiot put himself into tens of thousands of dollars worth of debt so he can feel a belonging somewhere. What's worse?
You know, unless things change by the end of the stream, I don't know if I'll do this again. So now we're up to $19 in tips, guys, and there are only about 15-20 minutes left on the stream. I really appreciate it if you guys could contribute to at least help out a little bit before the end of the stream. So it's not basically a stream that, again, was another failure, just like last night's Call of Duty stream, but now it's gonna be done, right? We'll see what happens. I enjoyed tonight. Let me put it this way. You guys were a good audience. You guys were great. You interacted with me, and we had a lot of fun, right? Everything there was good. The conversation was good. The gameplay, I enjoyed the game. Contributions were terrible. What can I say? I'm not going to exaggerate. I'm not going to pull punches. So, I will definitely give this game another shot and see what happens and go from there. But, you know, everything else was good. Like I told you guys, it's not all about money. It's not. It's not just about money. I had fun tonight. You guys seem to be engaged and have fun tonight. So, I will keep this in the rotation for now, likely once a week, and see how it goes moving forward. Because I definitely want to see what that next super challenging tower is, okay?
Oh my god, he's drinking Kiss.
Alright. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And for those who did contribute, thank you very much. Until next time, what I will say is this. I know for a fact there's a lot of people who watch this playthrough on YouTube. People who follow...
That edit that Burnell had there, where he's like, oh my god, he's drinking piss. I'd love to see another edit cut where it says, oh my god, he's drinking toxic toilet juice. That would be... that would be funny. I actually like that. That would be actually pretty funny. I'd like to see that. Maybe one day it'll happen, but that'd be cool.
Along my JRPG playthroughs. If you've liked this entire playthrough and you want to see me do more post-game, please consider supporting, because I never really appeal directly to the YouTube audience. I know you guys have been watching. Please, if you can, contribute, and you know, hopefully you'll make up for the fact that sadly it's been kind of slow. You know, I like the game, I want to keep playing it, but I do need some support. All right, so if you are watching exclusively on YouTube, please consider that. Look at the description of the video. All right.
What I'm hoping for is the best. I'm hoping that we'll have some generous parties who will step up and contribute and help. I would never demand a contribution. I told you guys I'd be happy just to stream without having any contributions. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Phil has indoctrinated.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go into video number 2 of our broadcast. I will see you guys in just a second. But one more thing, though. It would be funny because, you know, we talk about how, oh my God, he's drinking gin, right? Saying that he's, what is that, TDJ? So, yeah, TTJ, so toxic totally juice. That should be kind of funny. That would be kind of hilarious. We could call it the other type of gin. Oh, that'd be kind of hilarious. But in any case, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead into the second video of our broadcast. I will see you guys in just a second. Oh, with all that sweet toxic totally juice. Yum. No, not yum. That's disgusting.
Warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Alright, sounds good to me.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. That's funny. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here for the second video that I make of our broadcast, also brought to us by Burnell. DSP begging for begging money for taxes. The cult doesn't matter, only the money, and money isn't a determining factor, which is a lie, obviously. This was published on January 30th of 2021. The link will be down in the description because money is not a factor, apparently. Here we go.
I'm going to appeal to you. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I am appealing to you for support. Disgusting beggar.
I sound like Bernie Sanders now. Here's the deal, all right? 2 things are going on right now. First of all, this last week, I had to empty my bank account to pay taxes, all right? This is actually my quarterly taxes were due for the state. I had to pay my federal taxes and some extra bills on top of that pop up usually very early in the year popped up. And I was completely drained.
And here's another thing too, because Snortbug brings up a good point. Like, the tax story is definitely old, and it's starting to become more and more shaky. The only thing you could really think of is what is the money. Let's say he is saving money for taxes. The only thing you could really give any credence to anything is that he's gambling it away on WWE champions and then hoping he can beg for it to make it back up later. To be honest, I'd like to say that he's not that stupid, but we would have begged to differ. So, I don't know. I honestly was one of the few people who believe that that whole state and business occupation tax was bullshit. I still kind of do. I still think it's kind of iffy, because it's funny how he wasn't paying state and business occupation tax, but he made Panda do it. But then Panda moves out, and then all of a sudden he gets hit with owing back state and business occupation tax for 3 years, which is practical. It kind of makes sense. But then you're put on a payment plan, but then you choose to ignore your federal tax to pay your state and business occupation tax back, despite the fact that you're actually making more money because people know that you owe back state and business occupation tax. So you theoretically had enough money to cover both. But then when you look at the numbers on that WWE Champions thing, it's like, well, okay, that possibly where the money's been going. So it's a catch-22 either which way.
Like, it's completely sacked. All right? So that's happening. And at the very same time that's happening, recently, the tips on the streams have been pretty low compared to usual.
Where's the contributions, guys? Step it up.
Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, and I'm certainly not saying your support isn't appreciated, nor that it's non-existent. That's completely bullshit. I would be an asshole, lying idiot to say that. All right? You guys have been very supportive. In fact, I've noticed recently cheers have been much higher than they are, usually. I don't know why, and I appreciate that. Again, all support, cheering, subbing, tipping, all helps me here on the streams. But in particular, in the last week, there was like 4, 5, 6 streams where I didn't hit the tip goal. I did happen to hit the tip goal yesterday on the early stream, which was great, and then on the late stream, I made $20.
Oh, shit. Well, that was way too much. The thing erupted on me. There must have been a...
So you see the difference here is like, it's basically like, sometimes things are going well, and then other times they're going really bad, and it's kind of like evening out, and sadly, it's like, it's at a time. This is happening.
At a time, nothing. It's life. And more importantly, it sounds like the pignosis is weighing. But at the same time, though, too, look at the fucking landscape that we're in, Phil. Like, I don't know how many of these people still have jobs and who don't, who are on disability and who are on fucking unemployment or whatnot. You're not taking that into... He's not taking that into account because as it pertains to the pandemic, nothing about his life was affected except for he couldn't pick up canned pasta sauce or fucking El Cheapo bottled water at the fucking store, and he can't go to his favorite restaurant to feed his gout. Outside of that, the pandemic didn't hurt him. If nothing else, it actually benefited him. The problem is that those benefits are slowly but surely coming to an end. And his head, his piggy brain still hasn't caught up to that shit yet. Phil, the people that you're asking for money from are real fucking people who have real fucking problems, dude. They got real shit going on in their life. Stuff that outweighs your nonsense. You're supposed to be a source of entertainment and someone to help take their mind off of some of those issues, certainly only temporarily. You know what I'm saying? Give them a small reprieve from through entertainment, if you will. Not just a whole nother financial deficit on them. But he don't see that. It's all about me, 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 me. He doesn't give a fuck about the fact that these people have problems of their own. And that's the scary part. That right there should be truly one of the more disturbing aspects of Dark Side Phil. That he legitimately cares about no one but himself. Half of his viewership would be on fire, and he would look at that as a justifiable reason to give him money because, shit, you guys are about to fizzle out in a minute. You don't want that money to burn up with you or go to waste, do you? I know that sounds like an asshole-ish thing to say, but that's something he would say. I'm about to say, if he would willingly take people's disability money from people that he knows that have disabilities, then why wouldn't he do the former?
Financially strapped, which sucks. You know, if this were 2 months ago, well, yeah, last month even, it would have been fine. But now here's what's happening. In January, ad revenue on YouTube plummets. Okay, it goes way down, and it goes down for about 2 months, and then around March, April, when new games start to come out, ad revenue comes up again. Now,
but what does that matter though? Because because YouTube is only an archive. You're a full-time streamer and an entertainer. Why are we bringing up YouTube ad revenue? And I thought you said YouTube ad revenue was paying out anyway. Like, you were only making pennies out there anyway. So either A, you lying and you're making way more than you say, or B, are you just bringing that up as a crutch in case someone else throws YouTube in your face? And then more importantly, if you should tell them that your viewership has dropped since you turned DSP Gaming into an archive. At one time, ladies and gentlemen, well, at one time he was up to like 13 to 15 million views. Now he's barely scraping, 800,000 views a month? I mean, YouTube, for all intents and purposes, is dead as it pertains to Dark Side Phil. So him bringing up ad revenue means what? He makes 100K plus, ladies and gentlemen, just off of Twitch. Just for begging off of Twitch. What the fuck's he talking? What the fuck do you need to bring up YouTube for? That's like bringing up Patreon. Like, that's kind of a moot point at this, at this juncture.
A humongous part of my income, but it is still a consistent part of my income. And even seeing a dip in that affects things. So now we've got a combination.
Well, then it's not consistent then, is it? Because he always talks about how there's a dip in YouTube ad revenue. Does he not know what consistent means? Or does he mean failing on YouTube is consistent? I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
A combination of the fact that, number one, I just had a bunch of financial shit come up that I had to drain my account. I'm pretty much strapped for cash right now. Number two, tips have been lower recently, for whatever reason, I don't know why. And now number three, my YouTube ad revenue is going to be low. So it's kind of like everything at once, alright? So the reason I'm bringing this up is very simple. If you are going
now,
to
I brought this up too many broadcasts ago, that it always comes in threes with him. I'm wondering if anybody remembers me saying that, but it's always in threes. It's almost always in threes. Oh my god. I mean, so is life in general, to be honest, but when it rains, it pours. And when it's angry, it snorts.
Today, especially if you were saying, oh, I wanted to come out and support Immortal Phoenix Rising, please tip me.
They said, Phil, you know, we contribute to you, but it always seems like it's a black hole. Because it always seems like no matter how much we contribute, you're always still having problems. You're always still in debt and nothing's getting better. I agree with you. I can't keep...
That's good. Because beg, lie, snort, repeat.
Can't keep constantly, when stuff like this crap happens, I can't constantly have to keep coming back to you guys and saying, help.
And, you know, the sooner the better.
Quick buck, quick buck, quick buck.
Because that way we won't have people sitting on the stream. Because now I said this. You know what happens when I say stuff like this? Oh my god, Phil. Oh, he's not hitting the tips goal. Where's the vest? And blah, blah. And I don't want this whole stream to be that. Especially because the type of game that this is. This is a game that lends itself to open world exploration and a lot of interaction.
Oh my god, he's not hitting the tips goal. Where's the vest? Okay, let me clarify a little bit, because that's actually kind of funny. He wouldn't have seen the irony in that, but it's actually kind of funny, so I want you to think about this for a minute. That's actually really funny if you think about it. Okay, oh my god, he's not hitting the vest, he's not hitting the tips goal. Where's the vest? The vest, just by the way he formulated the statement, the vest is supposed to be like the life preserver. So it's basically him out there drowning, and someone's like, oh my god, where's the vest? That shit is kind of hilarious. That's kind of funny. This idiot unironically made a joke about how he's financially sinking, and how people joke about giving him the vest as a life preserver to save him in the short term. That shit was fucking good. I'll give Phil that. I'll give you that, Phil. That was good. That was unironically that was pretty fucking good. That's how you make a joke at your own expense. Well done, Phil. Well done. That was pretty fucking funny. Oh, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
I don't want every 5 minutes someone bringing up, oh, you didn't hit the tips goal. All right? So I want people to relax, have a good time. The bottom line is, if people are watching the stream, they're enjoying the stream, they're having a good time, they're probably going to contribute. I don't need to harp on it every 5 minutes. I'm not going to harp on it every 5 minutes. Maybe once an hour I'll give everyone an update or whatever, okay? But I absolutely would appreciate tips today. They would help a lot. If we could hit the tips goal today, like I said, the sooner the better, would help a lot right now, okay? And of course, that goes for the coming week, you know. Basically, I'm kind of strapped until I get paid by Twitch in the middle of February. And there's nothing I can do about it.
I'm sorry. Okay. Now, like I said, that's me formulating what I think that meant. But if you really think about it, that's kind of funny. Because if you think about it, subconsciously, he looks at the vest goal as a life preserver. So fuck a vest. Someone should send this dude a life preserver and have him wear that shit on stream, because that's what the vest goal is. That's what those vests have become. It was hilarious when he was dressed up like Mr. Potato Head wrapped up in aluminum foil, but now that shit's turning, he's literally turning that shit into a life preserver. That shit is hilarious. That shit is hilarious. Oh, that is good shit. Well done. Well done. That shit is all kinds of funny. All kinds of funny. God damn.
It sucks. I'm kind of in a position where things are super tight right now, and I can't control it. You know, it is what it is. So hopefully things go well on the streams and everything between now and then. But I would appreciate your support if you could.
Wait,
right?
you shitted on Ninja because Ninja allegedly said he can't control what happens on his streams, or he doesn't care about what happens on his streams. But you financially are in all these bad situations, and you can't control it, but other people have to pick up the pieces. Other people have to fix your problem for you. What kind of fuckboy shit is that? That is actually pig-tarded. That really is fucking pig-tarded to sit there and say some dumb shit like that. I'm in this financial situation and it's progressively getting worse and worse and worse and I can't do anything about it. This is supposed to be your business though, right? This is your business. You own this and you can't even control the financial deficits that your business is in. But yet you're supposedly successful and this is the best life and this is the best point that you've ever been in your life and you're at your most and you're extremely successful because of how consistent it is. But then you sit here and cry about how you can't control anything that happens to you or your business from a financial standpoint. Wow, we're just letting all kinds of shit slip. Oh my God, that's good. That's really good. That's really good.
It's greed. Greed is massively strong. I have no fucking self-control.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us get to shout-outs. Now, just again, since this is, you know, a lengthy pre-stream, I will say this again. Guys, today, I really need your help with tips, and basically for the next week or two, I'm really going to need your support with tips, because I am completely strapped for cash. If you support my streams, and you like them, and you want to, you know, support in a good way, please tip me, alright? Even though I see a lot of cheers came in already, I appreciate that, but I really need help with tips right now, okay?
I'm stealing everyone all the money. I'm stealing all their money.
Golden Cold Street again, I said I think the chat would be to the nines if you would hit the tips goal every day if you ate lunch on stream. Turn the camera on and do a mukbang. That's disgusting. No, I'm not doing that. Snow Carl has done a 50-bit cheer, and this was actually the first cheer during the
he kind of already does that with DSP Trizits for the vest. Oops, sorry. I was going to say for the vest streaks, which is what he did. But for the, what is that fucking marathon thing he does periodically where he still does, where he reintroduced DSP Trizits for that? Same concept. So theoretically, he's already kind of doing it. It's just he doesn't eat the whole fucking meal, which, to be honest, goes back to what that person's suggestion is, where maybe, just maybe, the Pig Roach cult has like an eat together or some shit. Like, you know how they have like watch-alongs or whatever on Discord and shit like that. So essentially, they could just eat lunch together with each other on stream and they could kind of talk. Phil should do that. I'm sure that he would actually get a lot of support if he turned that into a sub goal. Or even a tips goal, a continuous tip goal, obviously. He could probably do that. Like, he order a pizza and a bunch of these guys have their caretakers or their parents, like, you know, make them little finger sandwiches or some shit, and they just kind of have like a little picnic on stream. That would be hilarious. And then he could bring, maybe, well, he'll probably never get Catherine to come in and do it, but, you know, maybe you can bring Jasper in and it'd be funny. I know that sounds assholeish to say, but that would be kind of funny.
And he says, I noticed some very long-time regulars have stopped contributing like PW Dubs, whereas others become generous. Why do you think some become more and others less supportive? I have no idea. There's absolutely no way that I can gauge that. And here's why. All right, I'm going to be very honest with all of you. I don't know who a lot of the contributors are. All right, so I'll give you an example here, right? Rob just tipped. So I know that's Rob, right? That was Rob that tipped me. But if you tip in a different name, I don't know who that is.
Nope, that's my lie. Got him. Got him.
Lie there, you liar, you.
I'm good at lying.
Yeah, did he forget that you need to have a verified PayPal now? Is really? Did we already forget that? Oh wow. Tell me some of the anonymous names that Planet Jeff used when he sent you those $1,000 tips, Phil. Let's hear that. I know Santa Claus is one of them.
You know what I mean? I don't know who's tipping or who's contributing. I don't know if a patron pledge. I don't know if you buy a shirt off my Teespring. I don't know who those people are, right? It's very, very likely that there's people who have contributed in the past and don't contribute at all.
Whoa. He says he doesn't know the people who give him money on Patreon. That's a lie because he used to do a Patreon crawl with all of their fucking names on it. And do you guys remember when he had that issue with Streamlabs and he doxed all those people's names on Twitter? But we don't know. I don't know who any of these people are. The sweet smell of lies.
But it's also likely that these people do contribute. They just contribute via other means, and I don't know it. There's no way to gauge that. And by the way, there's no reason to worry about that. As long as overall I'm making enough to run a business and make a living, I don't care. You know, listen, some people, maybe they really like a playthrough I'm doing. Oh my god, this is one of the best playthroughs I've ever seen Phil do. I want to support it. And they come support that stream, but then they don't support it anymore after that. That's fine. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not someone who's going to question that, and I'm certainly not someone who basically is going to sit here and be critical of that. That's not my business, okay? It's not my business what people do with their money. It's also not my business why someone would contribute and not contribute again. You know? I don't worry about that.
But it is your business to what people do and don't do with their money because you depend on crowdfunding to pay your bills. Did we forget the narrative again? You run a business that's completely and utterly dependent on failing ad revenue, declining ad revenue, and crowd support. In threes, remember, ladies and gentlemen? In threes. So yeah, you do kind of have a vested interest in what people do with their money. It is your business because your business relies on it. Just throwing it out there, champ. Just throwing it out there.
Let's see here. Snow Carl cheered. Now this is weird. He says, if Immortals gets high monetary contributions today, but there's trolls in chat whining about that they're bored with the game, will it still stay in rotation? Maybe trolls will try to sabotage the games they get support. Number one, Immortals is not any risk of being taken out of rotation at all. It's not. What we're doing today is we're testing the waters as a daytime stream to see how it does. That does not mean that I'm going to remove it from rotation. Alright? And even though there's many factors that go into play of, you know, how much I'll play a game and the stream that I'll play a game, money is not the dictating factor.
Fuck you. You're a liar.
Neither is a certain group of people who are complaining and saying they're bored with it. Alright? Listen. Every fucking game I play, people come on the stream and say they're bored with it. Oh, Assassin's Creed is boring. Man, Yakuza 7 was so boring. Call of Duty again? That's boring. Dude, Phil is still playing old school Street Fighter. Boring. Dark Souls again. Phil played Dark Souls 400 times. Boring. You know what I mean? Like, they just say it for every game. So, when you get to that point where everyone, or I don't say everyone, so stop that. It's definitely not everyone. It's a very small group of annoying people. But when you get to the point where people are so annoying like that, you know, it just becomes white noise. I think that people don't realize that is the more that they try to do it to troll me, the less effective it is. Because
but it's not effective. But it's not. That's not true. It is effective because by you saying that it's a bunch of just annoying ass people, I would assume there's a percentage within that group of annoying ass people who used to give you money who no longer give you money, which goes back to the previous point. So it does affect you. You're just an idiot who talks out of his fucking ass until it bites you in the ass. And then all of a sudden, we have to plead for people day in, day out to try to hit the tips goal because we really need it, because we have all this surprise bills or all this mysterious payments that need to be made. Like, you pay bills each and every month. You should have an idea of what the bill's going to be, how much is, when the bill's going to be due and how much the bill is. But he treats like each and every month it's a different fucking thing. And don't be wrong, obviously, ladies and gentlemen, your bills will gauge up and down depending on the usage of whatever that particular situation is. But goddamn, you should have a general idea. You play games this much, you guys barely cook, you guys barely do anything that would really drain electricity in any type, way, shape, or form, so you should understand what your electricity bill should be. You understand what you should understand and know what your internet bill is going to be. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, your basic shit, he should have a basic gauge on what it's going to be like. There isn't some great mystery to any of this. For example.
It's boring, then it doesn't matter who's complaining. I'll just do what I want. You know what I mean? So, no, that's not going to be some kind of a factor here. At all. Unless there's a consensus. There's a difference between, okay, there's 5 people on the stream who are just whining constantly, but there's a good amount of people who are engaging, talking with me, and we're having a good time on the stream. Compare that with, okay, everyone is bored, no one's engaged, no one's talking with me, people are ignoring the stream, there's no contributions. It's a very different situation, you understand?
The bottom line is, dude, stop it. Stop lying. You're so full of shit. You're so digging yourself even a deeper and deeper grave by lying. All you need to do is be honest.
Okay, Frankie Beans 80 has resubscribed for 2 months in a row. Thank you very much, Frankie Beans, for 2 months of support. Liza for Soul has done a 100-bit cheer to be the big top cheer right now. He says, good morning, Dad. I'm not your father, and I'm going to tell you to stop saying that immediately. It's not funny. You may think it is, but I think it's very disturbing, and I'm going to ask you to stop. Locked in the Closet cheered again. He says, you made it clear. Money is the dictating factor with Call of Duty and Phoenix. No, I did not.
This guy is 1,000,000% a pathological liar and a sociopath.
Because here's the truth. These games would have already been dead if that were the case. Call of Duty, the last couple Call of Duty streams, with the exception of one where we did hit the tip skull, they've been slow for contributions. And I've said as much. And I'm still playing it. Are you kidding me? Yakuza 7? You're out of your mind. Yakuza 7 did not get overwhelming support at all during the entirety of the playthrough. And that playthrough is over 80 hours long and still continuing. Last night I made $20 playing it. And I'm still playing it. So... wrong! That was a really stupid thing you just said. Let's see here. And then this guy locked in the closet insulted me outright. What a shock that he insults me first and says that it's all about money, which it's not. And then he insults me personally, my looks. You know, insulting someone's looks who doesn't care about their looks is pretty much the dumbest thing you could do. If I actually cared about my looks, I would probably be like self-grooming every day, putting on makeup, you know, putting shit in my hair constantly. You know, I don't care. I'm a normal guy.
Dudes who care about the looks put on makeup? I didn't know that. Anywho, you should care about how you look because you present yourself to hundreds of people every day. So how can you have the nerve to call yourself successful when you come up there looking like a bum day in, day out? And you wonder why people say that you're a bum and an e-beggar because, well, congratulations, Phil, you look the part. Maybe people would take you more seriously if you looked like you gave a damn. All right.
Like you. I'm not gonna get fucking dressed up for the stream and wear a fucking suit. Alright? You're being an idiot. So, go fuck off.
You're a disgusting pig. Liza Soul did 100-bit cheers. I would never insult you, let alone your looks. You're handsome. Thanks a lot. I don't believe that. See, I'm the kind of person, I seriously don't believe that, but I'm happy my wife does.
Actually, I'm pretty confused right now.
You know, that's all I care about. My wife thinks I'm attractive. That's all I care about. Maybe she's crazy, but, you know, hey, she loves me. I love her. That's all that matters. I don't care about how I think about my own self-image because I got someone who loves me, you know, for the rest of my life, and I'm happy with that. So, well, actually, 3 cheers. One from Liza Soul who did 145-bit cheer. No, I'm not your husbando.
So you still needed validation from someone else. Okay. I mean, you still needed validation from someone else, but all right.
And all brakes, no gas. So here we go. Did a 50-bit cheer and says, contrary to what everyone in chat says. What everyone in chat says, they say too. Like everyone's saying this collectively, which they're not. I think it's good you take such long and frequent breaks. Playing video games is hard work and shouldn't be overdone.
I worked my ass off. You tell me I'm not hardworking, you can go fuck yourself. You're a liar. Alright? I worked my ass off.
So, long and frequent. Let's think about this. I take 2 breaks a stream. One is after the pre-stream, and one is halfway through the gameplay. It's 2 breaks. Each break is roughly... Well, actually, the first break usually is only about 15 minutes just for me to use the restroom. The other breaks maybe about 25 minutes, because sometimes I use the restroom, but I use it to stretch my legs, see what my wife is up to, play with Jasper, and get some exercise in my body rather than sitting here constantly and not moving, which is not good. A sedentary lifestyle without movement is not good.
What? I don't need to go to the gym. Look at that flex, bro.
So 2 streams out of how many hours of streaming? Excuse me, 2 breaks. And how many hours of streaming a day? Let's think about this. Start streaming at 10:15. Plot my fat ass down here. And streaming till 4. So that's what, 6 hours? And then at night, turning on the stream around 6:45, and that runs till around 9:15 or later. So that's 2.5 to 3 hours. So 9 hours of sitting still, and I take 2 short breaks. Okay, so there you go. That being said, I know you're being, what's the word, facetious or sarcastic with this comment. So thank you for the cheer, but don't keep it up. Alright. Now, I don't want to talk about this all stream, but I'll say it one more time before we start with gameplay. Right now, and until I get paid in the middle of February, I am strapped for cash because I had to drop a ton of money on taxes and other payments that come due in January, and I'm in a situation now where things are going to be incredibly tight for me, okay? So that being said, if you want to support the streams, please tip me. I need as many tips as possible between now and the middle of February, and then things will kind of get back to normal, which is good, but things are tight for me in the next couple of weeks. I would appreciate it if you guys could tip me to support the streams. Fair enough?
Are you the man?
Next couple of weeks. The next couple of weeks. We e-begging for the next couple of weeks. Oh. But we're so successful, though. And people are so jealous of him. actually tell people, hey, I'm going to have to beg you guys for tips for the next couple of weeks, which means that he just got paid recently, and supposedly the Patreon money, the Twitch money, and the YouTube money all went to taxes, so now he's broke again, and he has to beg you guys for weeks on end until he can get to the next paycheck, until he can make payroll next month? Really? Really? Okay. All right, if he say so, right? If he say so. Oh, it's a good thing he's not employing anybody. Oh my God. They'd all have to go file for workers' comp or unemployment. That'd be so sad. That'd be so sad.
It's muy importante. Give me money.
All right. I'm not going to mention it every 5 minutes, and maybe once an hour during the stream, I'll just give an update on how we're doing. I would like to do a vest reward today. I'll put on the
Don't
vest
you have a leaderboard up there? So why the fuck do they need you to update them every hour? If there's a leaderboard that is visible on the stream. Oh, and this is why they call it e-begging, because it's excessive. It's very, very excessive. And it's intrusive in a lot of ways, too. They can see what the tip goal is. Well, sorry, excuse me. Sorry, super blind man. I guess outside of his visually impaired content, you know, people who watch him, stream viewers, everybody else can see the tips goal. Oh my God. Oh, yikes. I didn't think about that one. Let's continue.
And all vests are eligible except for, what did we do last night? Blue? We did blue yesterday. So everything but blue is eligible. That means beige, red, platinum, gray, camo. Okay?
There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Feel less.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the sad part of the broadcast. We are here with the last video of the broadcast. But, I think it should be just what we need to perk us up here a little bit. But it is the last video of the broadcast. And it's the last video for January. So that's actually kind of sad too, but we're on to new beginnings and so on and so forth. So that's the thing. Ladies and gentlemen, give me a second to go ahead and set up, and I will see you guys for the last video. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, so hurtful.
Go for it.
See right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
All right, sounds good to me.
These guys.
Oh boy. All right, ladies and gentlemen. As you guys know, that the last broadcast that we had, that we went over some Street Fighter content. Oh no, maybe it wasn't the last one. Maybe it was the one before that. Where it might have been the one before that, where Phil said that Gojitenks haunted him. I'm not gonna forget that one. That is by far one of my favorite quotes that Phil has said about Gojitenks. But this right here, I think will make it all worthwhile, and I might use that song there to play us out, just in as homage for the detractor FGC community and so on and so forth. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with the last video that's going to make up our broadcast. Brought to us by Burnell, DSP. Humiliated and perfect by Gojitenks. Rage quitting lobbies. Throwing Jasper out of the office. This was published on January 30th of 2021. The link will be down in the description. Defiant sniff. Oh boy. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Stream, please tip tonight. I really need the help with tips for the next 2 weeks until I get paid by Twitch, and then things will get back to normal. Okay?
I didn't do that. I took a jump back. I didn't get it. Oh, I slid into the fireball. It was a good attempt for having no clue what the hell I was doing. It was a pretty good attempt.
Smash the tips button. Smash it. As hard as you can, as frequently as you can. Smash, 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 smash.
What the hell? You can just jump and block everything I do, which is bullshit. Wow, did you see that? It went through his body.
Yeah, that player is wearing Phil down bit by bit. I want to see if he actually lands that super though. That's kind of sick because theoretically that super gives you 3 different chances to land it. So that might be interesting to see how that plays out because Phil's just dumb enough to, instead of blocking it, maybe to try to see if he can beat it. You know what I'm saying? So we'll have to see if that actually happens.
Couldn't block. What? I hit him. It's so weird. It seems like if you hit them with a drill or a headbutt in this game, you don't have frame advantage. They can recover before you and throw you or hit you. Because every time I was hitting him with a drill or a headbutt, he would just mash low punches and it would hit me. I couldn't do anything about it. So it's weird. Again, he doesn't play anything like Dalsim in the other games. You gotta learn the whole fucking game over. That's why I hate this game. It doesn't play like other Street Fighters. They completely made a game that's not like Street Fighter at all. And it's a gimmick fest. And I need to learn every gimmick in order to win. Like, if I remember correctly, I should have air thrown a million times because air throw beats like everything. And I totally forgot about that.
And you can try to make excuses and shit. Your excuses mean nothing.
No matter what you're even trying to do, he'll try to beat you. That was air throw. It didn't fucking work for some reason. I couldn't do anything. I can't do that. It doesn't work. Just look at this. Everything I do is so delayed, there's no point in even trying.
Yeah, that Akuma had him in a real bad spot. Not only did he have him locked down in the corner, but he actually had Phil afraid to block for a while because his block gauge was pretty much at end. He couldn't really, Phil couldn't do anything. Phil really could not do anything. That dude has so much pressure on him that he could have popped at any given time. That was well done, for sure. The demon flip at the end was pretty good, too.
I'm not big in him anymore. There's no point.
Website Phil cheers. If I hit the tips goal, you should dump the money into Doge so we all make money. No, I don't think... I'm not doing anything. I'll tell you exactly what the money's going to do. It's going to go to my bank account. It's going to sit there, and it's going to pay bills. Because like I said, I am completely strapped for cash right now. Completely 100%. Because of all the stuff that I had to just pay that was, like, really high out of nowhere.
Oh my god, he's drinking gin.
But it happens.
Wait, I thought you said that you had to clear your bank account out for taxes. The taxes that you knew were coming. But now all of a sudden, oh, it was for all these random things that were super high that came out of nowhere and and I wasn't expecting it. What the fuck? Does he not know how to manage his finances? Well, we already know that. Obviously. But does he not remember what he pays on his bills the month before? And if he's supposedly paying his back business tax, I would assume it's the same amount each and every month. Or is the story just slowly but surely evolving and devolving as the day goes on?
Rumors are abound.
And the thing is, this month, January is historically always the absolute worst month for ad revenue on YouTube. On January, there are no advertisers because all the advertisers basically blew their budget for the hardcore gaming season and or the busy Christmas shopping season. And once January comes, there's like no ads to go around. So my ad revenue the good news is it's not like it used to be. When I was a full-time YouTuber, oh my god, January was terrible. Luckily for me, I've diversified myself. And now it's mostly Twitch and a little bit of YouTube, okay? But it was hilarious. I was curious. And I wanted to look at YouTube to see.
First things first, as I talked about in the last video of this broadcast, like, his viewership is in the tank anyway. And it was even back in the day when he was bitching and complaining about ad revenue was bad and everything. Ad revenue probably wasn't bad, ladies. I mean, don't be wrong. It has its rises and its falls and everything. That's a thing. But his viewership continuously tanked throughout all of those years. So even in the good months where ad revenue would be high, when he bitched about it being low, is because he had no viewership. And he even complained about that. He was like, normally I bring in new people who watch my content around the holidays and so on and so forth, and I didn't get that spike. And that's the reason why I didn't make as much money. Well, then that doesn't have shit to do with ad revenue, does it? If you don't have the viewership, then guess what? You're not going to have the ad revenue. Pure and simple. You're not going to make as much because there's not nearly as many people watching you. Last time I checked, 2 plus 2 still equals 4. Even in Goutopia.
How I did this last month. It said you were down 1% of viewers. Only 1%. So between December and January, 1% less views.
Like 1 snort, 2 snort, 1 lie, 1 gout. It all still adds up.
Something's inconsistent. You made 50% less money.
I need that money to pay my WWE champions bills. Help!
I'm not kidding. This says you made 50% less money because they don't know how to sell ad space in January. So, it's pretty funny. But thank God, it's not like, it used to be world breaking. Like, I remember in January, I used to come to you guys and be like, oh my god, I really need help because I'm not making any money this month, even though I busted my ass and I put out a bunch of great videos. But that's still gonna affect me, you know, it is. You know, come when I get paid in February, when YouTube pays me half of what they usually do, it's gonna be like, oh boy, it's gonna be tight, so. Westside Phil Cheers said we gotta push Dogang to $1. Yeah, again, I'm not investing, I have no money to invest. I really wish that I had disposable income to invest, I have no money. Okay.
I have nothing. Zero. No money in the bank account.
This Just TJ Gamebox is in the same faction as you in WWE. Now, wait a minute. Here we go again. Are you gonna fucking be a troll-ass dickhead and start talking about... You were saying things that were like legit questions, and now you're fucking talking about the stupid attractor meme of this fucking game that I don't play. I'm tired of this shit. Really, I don't want to talk about this fucking stupid shit that's not true. Do you really... I mean, obviously now you want me to ban you. It's like, do I really want to waste my time leaning forward to the laptop to ban your dumb fuck ass? God, you're stupid.
There's the salt. The delicious salt.
Although tonight, everyone, please, if you can, please tip me.
He's never going to be able to shake that, by the way. Like, at the end of the day, he's going to have to just confess. Sooner than later, he might as well just confess that, hey, yes, it's me and WWE champions. Can just leave me the fuck alone? We're not going to leave him the fuck alone, obviously. But he might as well just admit it. Like, there's so much evidence against his dumb ass that there's no way of shaking it. There's no way of shaking it. Like, he's stuck. Like, we've got him dead to fucking rights. He's not getting out of there. And TJ Gamebox is one of the people who has really helped, like, with continuing the investigation to continue to pile evidence. Like, he'll never get from under that. There is no benefit of the doubt. There is no wiggle room. Like, it's either it's you or it's not. And if it's not you, then come out and prove that it's not you. Prove that it's not your account. Like, you sitting here and denying it doesn't change anything. I don't think there's anything that anybody could do to shake that. Except if he comes out and proves, hey, that's not my account. And how is he going to do that when all of his information's tied to it? Even his home fucking, or even his phone number or his cell phone number is linked to that shit. And Phil's a creature of habit. He's not going to want to go ahead and change that just so he can throw some detractors off his back. Wow. Just own it. Just own it. You have no choice.
Right. So if you can tip me, I would appreciate it. It'd be great if we get the vest tonight, but I don't know. So far, half an hour in, and we are at a whopping $6 in tips, so I'm not so sure that's going to happen. Jasper, no! He did it again! That's it. I'm throwing him out. Jasper, you're out of here. You're out of here. I told you, bro. I told you no. Don't listen. Now you're out of here. Now you're not coming back. I'm sorry. That is... Oh my god. It's like the 10th goddamn time he's jumped in front of the TV. He's never done it that many times in one night. He's never done it that many times in one night. No, I didn't throw or hurt my cat. I picked him up and I placed him down in the hallway. And he was very upset because, oh, you kicked me out. You can tell. Like, yeah, he's basically being a brat cat tonight. He wants all my attention. And what's weird is, he didn't come here earlier. He was asleep. And I didn't wake him up or disturb him because I wanted him to get a nice nap downstairs. He always takes an afternoon nap after dinner. When we eat, he takes like a 2-hour nap. So I didn't want to disturb him or nothing. I was being all nice to him. And he has to come in here and jump in front of the TV 10 times.
Oh my god, he's drinking gin.
Exactly. Let his father drink his toxic toilet juice in peace and shit. This is a salty cocktail hour, Jasper. Jesus Christ. Big angry. Big angry. Okay, here we go. So we got Pig Road versus Gojitenks. Let's see what we got.
Oh my god. So this is why I don't want to play Gojitenks. I can't parry a single... I can't block, parry, I can't do anything. His connection is so bad, I can't do anything. I can't time anything.
His connection don't look bad to me. What looked bad was that ass whooping and not breaking none of those throws. That's what looked like was a problem to me, that we're not breaking none of them throws.
So he just rushed forward to 100 attacks. I can't guard against him because his connection is complete shit. Look at this. I don't want to play this guy. I can't do anything. Everything I'm doing is coming out half a second later. I can't react to anything he does at all. Look at this. Yeah, I give up. I can't
Oh my Christ.
It's like he...
Oh my Christ. Okay, we gotta bring that back. Because essentially, Gojitenks did everything right except for that one mishit towards the end of this round. Essentially, everything was done right. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. He ran a train on Phil. That was hurtful. Let's watch it again.
Look at this. I don't want to play this guy. I can't do anything. Everything I'm doing is coming out half a second later. I can't react to anything he does at all. Look at this. Yeah, I give up. I can't do anything. It's like...
Jesus Christ. He started the round off strong. Ends up setting Phil up with the throw. Ends up catching him with the fucking super. Ends up catching him with the follow-up. Oh my god, applied good pressure off the short jump. He did everything you're supposed to do. Like Gojitenks just outplayed him. He just out and out outplayed him. But then you can also see Phil's will just faltering. Like left and right. Like every time you see Gojitenks' name, you know his heart sinks. Just like with Evil AJ. As soon as he sees Rugal Bernstein up there, his heart just sinks. Like, oh, that's so harsh. Well played, though. Well played, Goji. Well played. Just Jesus Christ, that's just delicious.
You can just keep walking forward and pressing buttons. I can't do anything about any of it. I can't. It's impossible to do anything about it because his connection is such garbage. So now I've been in this room for the past half an hour having fun. I can't play in the room anymore because the shithead with the terrible connection went in there and ruined it.
He quit the room, dude. He's so embarrassed he quit the fucking room. He's like, fuck this shit. God damn, that's bad.
No, I can do it. Any match I play against him, I could beat him in third strike. I've done it many times. It's boring. I can't play a real match in third strike against him because he lags so bad. So he ruins the whole lobby with his terrible fucking connection and he stalks me because he's a fucking loser.
Denny said, Juice, what if Jasper's a detractor? He's not a detractor. He's just an attention-seeking young cat. Greatest of our God, said, do you think Jasper could be deaf? Most cats understand the English language. No, he listens. Here's the thing. If he's somewhere he's not supposed to be, he will listen to me. The problem is he didn't care tonight. He just wanted so much attention. He figured the only way I can get Phil's attention when he's playing Street Fighter, when I have this joystick on my lap, he knows the only way he'll get my attention is by keep jumping in front of the TV. You know, he knows what he's doing. It's not like you say, oh, he's misbehaving. No, actually, he's not purposely misbehaving just to misbehave. He's misbehaving because he wants my attention. If I was just sitting here petting him all night, he wouldn't jump in front of the TV. But I'm not going to sit here and give him attention constantly all night long. I got to have time to work, you know?
Oh my god, he's drinking gin.
I try my best to be nice to him. And to be fair, you know, it's just like being a parent. Of course, it's not like being a parent to a kid, because you can't necessarily reason with a cat, because the cat is not like a human. You know, later on, I'll give him pets, and I'll make him feel loved, and I'll make him feel better, because right now he's probably upset that I threw him out of the office. But what can you do, right? Greatest of our country.
I don't know, all that sounds suspect to me. All that shit sounds suspect. That sounds real. That sounds like an abusive parent trying really, really fucking hard to not sound like an abusive parent. That's what that kind of sounds like to me. But what you gonna do?
Gojitenks, I'll believe in you. I've beaten him many a time. It's just not fun playing him because I can't play the game like you're supposed to. You have to play it like a fucking insane lag fest, and it's just super duper unfun. I hate playing that fucking guy because his connection is so bad.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Jack's Rapture has tipped me $52.
Of course he did. Thanks for the money, you stupid fuck. Anyway, I mean, that's what the quote's about to be said. But let's be honest. The times of him beating Gojitenks was like in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a long-ass time ago. Like, if you want to go ahead and put that in the snort years, ladies and gentlemen, that's like 2005 EVO. Things have changed. Things have changed quite a bit. Like, Goji has climbed the ranks to put himself in the position to be the man. You've got Chaos Wolf that's right behind that. And there's a couple of very interesting prospects that are coming up behind them. And then, obviously, Evil AJ's at the top of that mountain. Like, it's a different... Things have done changed. Okay? In Snort years, that shit was like Evo 2005. That was a long-ass time ago.
Money, stupid fuck.
The cat trainer... Oh, here we go. The cat trainer... cheered and says, you watch too many movies, people don't spray their cats with water in real life, that's cool. Yes, they do. But it's not a good thing to do. It's an emergency thing to do. If
Wait.
to do something where he can...
People don't spray their cats, you watch too many movies. Yes, they do. It's not a good thing to do, but that's what they do. Why would you do something to Jasper that you know is not good for him? Fucking idiot. Why would you do... You acknowledge that it's not a good thing to do, but you do it anyway. Because what? Because other people do it? Who are the cat owners do you speak to, Phil? Maybe besides your parents. And your parents are and the cats at your parents' house basically own your room. Like, Phil's old room is the cat room at his parents' house. I would assume them motherfuckers got everything they want. They got their own room. They don't have to worry about the smell of rotting spam. Life is... And they're kind of plump, too, so they're definitely well fed. Life is good for them, you would think.
Really hurt himself, you deter him the quickest way by doing this. That's all you can do. Like, right now, if I'm in here and he comes in here and starts chewing on a wire over there, what am I going to do? How do I jump up and stop him? No, you got to do this, you immediately stop doing it. Alright? But you only do that if it's absolutely necessary. You're not supposed to discipline your cat in a negative way like that.
Oh my god, he's drinking gin.
Surely you've changed your phone number since though, right? It says messages. I'm not telling you anything about what phone number I have or don't have, like... Of course, remember, the conspiracy theory is Phil always has the same phone number, and it proves a million things that his phone number is the same, and I'm not going to say shit about any of my private stuff at all.
But it's true, though. And, like, that's been backed up because I think Burnell is one of the people who found an old clip of, it was someone had tipped him about John, like, why don't you pick up the phone and call John and have a conversation and try to work your shit out. I have the same number that I've always had. If John wants to get a hold of me, he can get a hold of me. That wasn't that long ago, ladies and gentlemen. You telling me that Phil would have changed his number in only the last couple of years since he made that statement? And that statement was only like a year or two ago. Nope. Stop. If Phil's phone number had changed, someone would have found out and put that on Kiwi Farms or Detractor Twitter. Let's be honest. You would think for all the problems that he supposedly has behind the scenes, he would have an unlisted number, but he don't. And actually, now I think about it, why doesn't Burnell Enterprises have its own business number? What if I have a complaint? What if I want to reach out to him for sponsorship? Or endorsing it, or endorsements or something? How are all these companies out here who look for shills, as Phil likes to call it, supposed to reach out to him if he doesn't have a business line, if he doesn't have a business phone line? I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
We will get no information from me in my moving plot again. Engage.
Oh my god. Wow. What the fuck was that? I was over it, I couldn't cross it up. Oh my god, the fucking lag is incredible! Unbelievable. Well, I was gonna leave the lobby anyway, now I'm definitely leaving the lobby after that laggy shit. What a great match. What a great fucking match.
He quit! He rage quit. Did you see that? He quit the lobby.
Whoa, 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 I don't want that. God damn it.
The term I was looking for too. Yet again, on the last broadcast, we were talking about Street Fighter, where he stores his motions, and then all he has to do is press the buttons. Is buffering. Sorry, that's like really basic shit too. So I should remember that. But excuse my ignorance on that one. But that's what it's called. It's called buffering.
I can't block. Yeah, look, I'm dizzy now. So stupid. I couldn't block at basic cross-ups. Yeah. So dumb.
I'm just overall pretty good at all kinds of different games. You want to know the truth? I'm probably one of the best overall gamers in the country.
That was Fireball. Wow. I can't do anything. It keeps dropping my inputs. I couldn't do a dive, yeah. I give up. This is terrible, man. I can't do anything. That was Fireball! I can't do it.
Jesus
Christ. It doesn't come out.
Even when he said he couldn't do anything, he was landing hits or throws on him. But couldn't do anything, though.
The lag is so bad with this fucking idiot. What the fuck kind of moronic connection does this dumb fuck have? It's that bad, dude. I mean, come on. And it sucks because I'm having fun in this lobby, but I don't want to fucking play that guy again, right? I'll try to join a different lobby for the finale of the stream, but what was that? It was a complete waste of time.
Oh shit, someone who actually knows Street Fighter joined the lobby and fucked me up. Time to rage quit out, bit like a bitch. I mean, goddamn. That's pathetic.
Jesus, he knows exactly what he's doing. I did a hot kick from dead. Oh no! Super! Oh, I did it right there when I hit him too. Oh, I baited it! I baited it! No, I'm dead. That's it. Ah, that's it. That's the fat, chubby hitbox of Fei Long. Even in the air, if it looks like he's jumping over a fireball, sometimes the fireball will catch him on the backside. So, alright, that was a good way to end it. That was a good stream. Again, thank you guys. I appreciate all of your support tonight. And again, thank you to those who did support tonight because I really need the help the next couple of weeks, and I appreciate the help. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody.
Any moment, I can pick up a controller and I can play any game at professional level.
Right now, being very honest and upfront with all of you, I am strapped for cash. I just had to unload my bank account in the last week to pay quarterly taxes, to pay various other kind of year-end or year-start bills that happen that creep up on me every year. And yeah, they were pretty high.
I mean, the regular monthly bills that you already have, they were creeping up on you. And then he just pulled $132 on the last video that we just saw. Then he was able to pull out $106, but you're still strapped for cash? You don't pay bills every day, my dude. Unless you break up like your electricity and phone bills and everything else up in the daily increments. I don't understand. It just doesn't make any sense. There's no way that you could be this financially dishonest. But of course, he lied on the bankruptcy, so of course he is.
I'm basically broke right now, okay? It sucks. But I'm just being honest with you, okay? This is what just happened, and I'm going to basically be in this situation until I get paid by Twitch, which is going to happen in the middle of February. I get paid by Twitch basically the middle of every month, okay? So the good news is, it's not going to last forever. The bad news is, it's definitely happening right now, and it sucks. Alright? Now, if you contribute via tipping me, that would help a lot. When you tip me, those are funds I get right away, and that means that would help with the situation, allow me to get through the next couple of weeks. Alright?
Gotcha, game addict.
As I stated earlier on in the stream, right now I am pretty financially strapped because of some things that come up pretty much every January, and it's unavoidable. Basically, big quarterly tax bill, plus a bunch of other things behind the scenes. Alright? If you want to support me the most today, I urge you, please, if you can, tip me. I need tips basically to help me out in the next 2 weeks, okay? It would be really cool if we could hit the tips goal today.
I just care about money. I just can't help it. I'm so just enveloped in greed and money. I need money. I need money. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me. It's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Still has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory. but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.
Okay. Oh, that's an interesting way to end off the month. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that right there was the month of January. Oh, this guy's a nut. Oh, February must be amazing. February must be amazing. And we're not too far behind. I guess it depends on how by the time all of the videos get caught up, that'll be a different story in itself. But at the moment, we're not too far behind, so that's cool. All right, so we have something to work ourselves towards. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give me a second to straighten up. We will reconvene for final thoughts, and I will let you guys go. Let's go ahead. We'll play that song back out. Normally, I would use excuse me, I'd use Raid, but we'll use this song to play us out. That sounds fair. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yet again, thank you very much to Snort Burnell. I very much appreciate it. And let's go ahead and wrap this up. You decide the future of Call of Duty this Sunday. But wage quitting isn't a thing, though. But we have statements like that, right? Fundraising is only for important things. To run your business daily is an important thing, is it not? Let's be honest. We were using that shit. He was going to use it for use fundraising every month to try to sustain himself until Twitch came down and smacked to smack that scam right out of his hands or hooves. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Any way he could drum up a lot of money really fast, so be it. But to be honest with you, he's just keeping that shit on ice until he really needs it, which tells you, ladies and gentlemen, or it should tell you, that eventually something big is going to come up. I don't know when, but something big is coming. I don't want to speculate too much on it because I just don't know yet. I want to sit down and kind of think about it. But there is something very, very wrong going on at the Snort Fort. What it is, couldn't tell you. But it's definitely something financially draining on some next level shit. And it's only going to progressively get worse. And hopefully we'll get to see some of that throughout February. And I mean hopefully as in you'll see how that his anxiety and his desperation will translate onto the streams is what I mean. Not sure what it is yet though, but it's going to be something, I'm sure. By the time you guys see this, I should have already be caught up and seen some of that, but we'll see. Let's see, begging for money for taxes. The cult doesn't matter. Only the money. Money isn't a determining factor. It's a lie. Money determines everything he does. It's the only thing he thinks about. It's the only thing that he really cares about. Because at the end of the day, money allows him to purchase the things that he needs, and money essentially makes him feel like he's less of a failure than what he really is. And that's what happens with people who put money above everything. End of story. Let's see. Humiliated and perfected by Gojitenks. Fucking amazing. Like, Gojitenks played that match almost perfectly. Almost perfectly. Outside of a small little nitpick bullshit on my part. Essentially, that match was almost flawless. Almost flawless. Very well done. Very well done. Rage quitting lobbies. That's just Phil trying to run away from Gojitenks or anybody else who he feels is a threat, which, to be honest with you, is supposed to be everybody. That's the fun part about playing fighting games online. Everybody is a threat. everybody. And essentially, from a fun competitive standpoint, you fighting for your life. That's why there's a leaderboard. That's why you have rankings. That's why people can see what your records are. You're fighting for something, you know what I'm saying, to maintain something, to establish something, so on and so forth. That's the fun part about, that was the beauty of Street Fighter 4, you know what I'm saying, being online and presenting all of those things. It's sad that we lost most of that on the way, but you know what I mean. And then throwing Jasper out of the office. I mean, let's be honest, I don't give a fuck about Jasper. He gives a fuck about Jasper when it makes him look good or he can profit off of it. I don't give a rat's ass about Jasper. Jasper is Catherine's pet. Period. We're talking about an idiot who let 2 hamsters die. You don't give a fuck about Jasper. He doesn't give a shit about him. End of story. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening in. I very much appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys for the next one, whenever that may be. Hopefully sooner than later. Like I said, we'll be starting off in February. If you have any suggestions or anything, obviously it'll be a long-ass time till I see it, but that doesn't mean that they can't be implemented sooner than later. All suggestions are welcome. And yet again, we very much appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Snort Report. This is DSP News, always late, never breaking, unreliable coverage that you can't count on. Oh yes, a GTG Network and Productions. For the Snort Report and SnortBucks Coffee, I've been your host / anchor GTG, and I'm signing off. Take care of yourselves, guys. And I'll see you guys for the beginning of February. Later, people. Oh, boy.